And Bill, as that massive search you mentioned is underway, I want to tell you more about Officer David Curtis, one of the 2 officers slain. He's survived by his wife and 4 young boys, the oldest just 9 years old. He'd been with the Tampa Police Department for 5 years. He is a family man at the core. The police chief has described him that way today. The other officer killed, Officer Jeff Kocab, was looking forward to being a father. His wife is 9 months pregnant. Kocab had been with the department just 1 year after his time with the Plant City Police Department. And our Jeff Butera picks up our live team coverage now. Jeff is in Plant City. And Jeff, I understand you just talked to Kocab's former police chief.
And talked to his chief as well as his former partner. Here's one way of describing how Kocab was looked upon as an officer. He spent 3 years here at the Plant City Police Department starting in early 2006. In those 3 years, he won Employee of the Month 4 times. That's 1 out of every 9 months that he was here. Colleagues choose that award. He also won Officer of the Year in 2007. Managers choose that award. So very well respected here in Plant City by everyone, which makes what happened this morning even tougher to take. Kocab had been working with the Tampa Police Department about 14 months and was on duty for them this morning when he was shot. There's also this. Ashley, you mentioned it. The 31-year-old Kocab was married. His wife, Sarah, expecting a child, a daughter, to be named Lily. She's due next week. Now, here in Plant City, they've lowered the flags to half-staff in memory of Kocab. His chief kept using the words energetic and enthusiastic to describe him.
He's one of those guys I refer to, they're like in turbo mode. You know, he just went out there and did police work.
And as we said, we also just spoke to Kocab's partner down here in Plant City, describes Kocab as a lover of cars, a lover of jiu-jitsu, and the most loyal person that he knew. I'm Jeff Butera, live in Plant City. Now let's go live to reporter Carson Chambers, who is at the Tampa Police Department, where there's been an outpouring of sympathy for both these officers.
There has been, Jeff. You know, this is a day for silent, somber respect, and you can see the memorial just behind me here. We are live outside the Tampa Police Department, and I've been in and out of the building all morning long. Many of the people I spoke with say they have been up since around 2:30 this morning. That is when a department-wide page went out, and many of these officers' friends and co-workers and family have stopped by with heavy hearts at this memorial. Words were hard to come by on this downtown Tampa sidewalk. Today made even the toughest guys cry. Long stem red roses rested on the Tampa Police Fallen Officer Memorial this morning. First one bouquet, then a second, stems tied tight with a black ribbon. We watched a fellow police officer light 2 red candles at the base of the marble memorial. 2 children brought flowers, mom and dad reassuring them with pats on the back. The memorial's etched with the names of officers who have given their lives in the line of duty to protect us. Now 2 more names will be added. Tampa police tell us both men excelled at their jobs as police officers, receiving high marks for professionalism, honor, dedication, and good judgment on the job. 31-year-old David Lamar Curtis spent 3 years and 8 months with TPD. He was married to wife Kelly and a devoted father with 4 sons, Hunter, Tyler, Sean, and Austin. Curtis served with HCSO as a detention deputy prior to his role at TPD and had served on the Rapid Offender Control Squad, or ROC team. He had just made a trip to Washington, D.C. to attend the National Law Enforcement Memorial Service in late April. 31-year-old Jeffrey Allen Kocab had nearly 14 months on the force. He had previously served 3 years as an officer with the Plant City Police Department, but had moved quickly through TPD's training program because of his outstanding police work. Kocab was married, and his wife Sarah is expected to deliver their first child next week. I'm back out live outside the Tampa Police Department. We are getting word from reporter Bill Logan, who confirmed this with Mayor Pam Maiorio today. We understand that she has perhaps gone into labor at this hour. Many of the people we've seen stopping by respectfully declined to talk to us and instead have decided to say a little prayer outside of this memorial for their friend or for their co-worker. Back to you.
Carson, such an outpouring of support for these 2 slain officers and their families. Thank you for that.